Bust out those roller skates and your worst neon spandex outfits, cause you're in Xanadu now, motherfucker. Struggling artist and hater of work, Sonny Malone, is visited by the Greek muse Kira, who inspires him to follow his creative dreams by building Xanadu, a coke-fueled fever dream disco club where the theme changes every 3 minutes. Watch as Sonny and Kira fall in love because the plot demands it. Be amazed by how a 67-year-old Gene Kelly can carry this film on his little tap-dancing feet. Man, who cares if this shit makes no sense? Turn up the ELO already and don't walk away from the magic on the TRACcast.
Boy, if there was a hear me out, this is it.
Yeah.
We had to end on a bang.
I feel like we've strayed a little bit far from like Hear Me Out, and now we're just like covering bad movies. It's like, I don't know. There's kind of a difference, but like I guess there isn't.
No, there's not.
I think we like all the movies that we picked, and they're traditionally kind of seen as bad.
I guess so. Wait, do you like Xanadu?
Yeah, that's why I brought it to the fucking pod. My God.
Oh,
I also like Xanadu.
Oh, okay.
Wait, you guys also like Xanadu? I thought it was a joke.
I like Xanadu, and we can put like in quotes.
Well, hey, Aref and I are on the defense. You're on the prosecution. Ryan, yeah. I don't know where you stand, but we're gonna find out.
I'm on the prosecution.
Yeah, we're finding out today on episode 36 of today's review of Assorted Cinema, otherwise known as the TRACcast. Yeah, big old 36. We're about to go into a new theme after this movie, so that'll be exciting. Ryan's going to be picking it, so keep your ears peeled. Keep your ears peeled. Yeah, keep your ears pierced for when Ryan's movie pick for themes comes out, and that's going to be.
And I got my theme.
Movies with ear piercings in them. Not actually.
Movies where the main character's name is Ryan.
Oh, that's a good
that'd be a fun idea.
Oh yeah, main characters each other.
Death at a Funeral.
Ooh, there you go. Yes, and just again, Xanadu, directed by Robert Greenwald, starring Olivia Newton-John. Holy moly! What is wrong with me today, guys? It's directed by Robert Greenwald. Yeah, starring Olivia Newton-John as Kira, Gene Kelly as Danny, and Michael Beck as Sonny. Yeah, this was a movie.
This was a movie that I
probably like are reading like this on the podcast thing, and you're like, "What the fuck?" Like they talked about Xanadu for an hour and 43 minutes. Like, what is happening?
We could talk about it for 3, to be honest.
Hours?
Yeah.
You think so?
If we talk really slow.
Right.
It's a 3-parter.
3-parter.
Ryan just slows down the audio track.
So a beam comes down.
That could be any scene that you're talking about. A beam coming down. As soon as Aref picked this theme, I knew immediately that I was going to pick this movie, so I was keeping it in my back pocket. I was going to bring this movie earlier too in the pod, but then the time wasn't right until now. So
the movies never seem right. They'll change like an hour before. I'll be like, okay,
they can.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, I like this movie. I don't think this is a particularly great movie. It's quite flawed, but it's there's a certain charm to it that I think is very enjoyable, and it's just very fun.
I think like 20% of the movie's enjoyable.
I think a little bit more than that. What I mean, sure.
Oh, the characters get harm on. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
They do get harm on. I will say though, for most of this movie, not a lot really happens. It's kind of just
playing hooky at work.
But yeah, playing hooky at work.
Yeah, calling him a
which is cool.
Is accurate for sure.
It's mostly a vibes movie. I would say this is a vibes movie. This isn't a movie where much happens. It's more just like you want to just sit down, crack open a soda pop and just enjoy some ELO and some good vibes. You push.
There was more ELO though.
I mean, yeah, that's true. There almost wasn't, and we'll get into that. There almost wasn't more yellow in this movie, but we'll get into that. What did you all think of this movie? Just initial thoughts, and had you heard of it before? Trevor,
never heard of this.
Oh, okay. I was going to talk about. I guess we're going to go in reverse order, whatever the fuck order we want. I was going to talk about how. I was going to talk about how it was an abandoned city in Mongolia.
Oh yeah, that's
Xanadu.
Okay, yeah.
Mongolia, China.
The origin of the name, the whole.
Yeah.
But had you heard
Mongolia.
of Mongolia before this though?
Yeah, they still haven't found Genghis Khan's tomb yet.
Like someone from Mongol?
I definitely have heard of this movie before. I've seen part of it. I haven't seen the full movie, but I saw like the very beginning and like the end part. So like I kind of got
where all the stuff happens.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, but like now I feel like I've gone through the ritual of seeing it because like yeah. It was something.
This was a humiliation ritual.
Yeah, it kind of was.
I mean, like it's just like those things. Like if we're just talking about movies, right? Good, bad movies. There, you could watch. I could name 10 other musicals that we could probably put you down for before we get here.
But I think this was a good movie, I think, to talk about for this theme, because this is kind of like one of those legendarily flop movies that in recent years has kind of become kind of reclaimed as kind of a cult classic, and some people kind of, enjoy it for its campiness and its cheesiness. But famously, this was one of the movies that inspired the creation of the Golden Raspberries Awards.
That's funny.
The Razzies?
The Razzies, yeah. Not that you should take the Razzie seriously at all, but that is an institution that celebrates
it's a fun joke.
But yeah, so this movie was so bad that someone was like, what if we did an award show, but for all the crap that comes
and then they just put Xanadu for it.
Yeah, well, it was Xanadu.
Like, it's also low hanging fruit, right? Like, I mean, I don't know.
Oh, sure. I mean,
hey, it's so bad we gave it an award. Then, like,
what were other contestants?
At least they made a movie.
At least they, at least they put themselves out there. What have you done?
What have you done?
I walked Sonny Malone on Xanadu stage for 5 years. Who the fuck are you?
Who are you? I opened the club.
Gene Kelly on stage. I tapped danced with Gene Kelly on stage.
I was there when the ghosts were dancing in the ballroom. Where were you? That was so stupid. That 1945 thing. It made no sense. It's just the whole movie's so stupid.
What 1940? No, that part was good. What are you talking about?
I mean, I'm not saying the numbers are bad. Like the dance numbers are good. Like the musical parts of it are good. It's just a bad movie.
Well, I guess we can get into it as we go along in the plot.
Yeah, we got to tell everybody what Xanadu's about.
So this
and what happens in it.
It's kind of about a lot. It's kind of about like gentrification. It's kind of about like lost hopes and dreams, and
Are you sure about that?
Old Hollywood.
It's about the building that you go through when you go to California Adventure in Disneyland.
It is. That's true. You clocked that right away.
Disney Adult Trevor's.
Disney it right away.
I used to have a pass, and I did go after work when I was living closer to Disneyland, and it was pretty badass for like a couple weeks, and then COVID
hit. Oh no, worst time.
Yeah.
Shut down.
Did you get a refund for that, or like was it just like you're
No. Pass was paid for, never refunded. No,
because Danielle bought one at the beginning of the year. And they were going to go, and then they shut it down.
I've got tickets to go to visit me, and then COVID happened. They wouldn't let
and they refused to refund it. Yep.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. Because they're like, this will pass over in a week.
Yeah. It's okay. The mouse needs it. I'm okay. I'm happy to donate.
He needs it a lot more than I do.
The mouse got to keep the lights on.
Soon we're going to have to get plasma to the mouse.
Speaking of lights, there's a lot of lights in this movie. A lot of
neon. Let's talk about Xanadu.
I did
like a little like whip there, but no one saw
we open on.
We open on
Yeah.
We open on. Oh well. Heck, really sorry. I'm so sorry. Before we get into this, why did I pick this movie? Obviously, I picked this because it's so legendarily bad, but I also picked it because I like this movie, and this movie was shown to me by my mom, who was like, "I love this movie when I was younger. Let's watch it." And I was like, "Okay," and we had a fun little time, and it was a good memory of enjoying that movie together. And so we had such good memories watching it that at one point there was a convention kind of locally coming to town, and we saw that Michael Beck, the actor who plays Sonny in this movie, was going to be at that con.
Hell yeah!
And so
we heckled him.
We went there and we made fun of him. No, we went there and we met him, and he signed my Blu-ray of Xanadu.
Hell yeah!
I have that in a box somewhere.
Having a Blu-ray of that is really nice, though.
Yeah, I found it at Walmart for $5 many years ago.
Man, I miss that. I don't know if they do that anymore, really.
Well, they don't.
Oh, no way.
What is it, like $7? And then, like, it's not quite right? Or they don't even do
some of them are $7.
They probably don't even do anything that's not like a box set or, like, a newer or an old-ass movie that's just been, like, digitally enhanced.
Like a year.
Like, wow, all the Friday the 13th. Cool.
That's why I picked this movie. But as we open up, the aforementioned Michael Beck plays Sonny Malone, who is a struggling artist. He's losing his creativity, his creative spark. He may just be a lazy piece of shit, given as the movie goes on. We don't.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He's
zero drive from this fella.
Zero drive. I think the movie tries to present it like he's just kind of working in the industry, and he's not really like doing things for himself. But the movie doesn't really do a good job of showing that. It's mostly just like he goes to work and then he just leaves. Like he doesn't
for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, he's a rebel. But he's like drawing something.
The plot.
He would love r/anti work.
So weird, But like, I don't want to.
It is a weird.
The ending.
It is a weird movie. Like, it is a weird plot.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, and of course, like, guy talks about plot of Xanadu and how it doesn't make sense for 40 minutes. But like, at the same time, it's like, okay, the guy doesn't work and he doesn't really have drive, but yet, sorry, spoilers for Xanadu. But he's also like super blessed by the gods, and then just like gets to just be blessed and just like, I drew this mural. Like, yeah.
I'm convinced that this is a meta commentary on like the white expectation of like what white men deserve. Maybe I think I'm reading far too much into this, but
Aref, this is why you're on the cast, man. These are the things that we're looking for Xanadu. Let's fucking go. We did make a joke that this was white sinners. Like they open a club and then everything's great. I mean, it's fine.
Oh yeah,
they do. Nothing bad happens.
This guy with limited skill. I mean, he's a pretty good painter. Zero drive, like just gets everything.
That's the thing. The movie isn't about that. That's the issue. Like the movie is celebrating that, and then it just gets to
that's just what happens in the movie.
It just gets to musical number. Like I don't know. Like even calling it White Sinners is like a stretch of an analysis on what you're presented with.
Well, I think it's making fun of the shallowness of the movie, which 100%. I feel like is intentional.
It's just meant to be a good time,
Well, I don't think it's meant to. I think it resulted in.
Sure.
Well, this is the 70s and everybody's on cocaine.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Is like I don't think there was like a lot of thought put into the movie. I think they had the numbers and then they just weaved in stupid bullshit between.
Yeah, they had script. They had ELO, they had ELO, they had Olivia Newton-John, they had all this stuff, and then like, all right, now we have to make the movie.
What? A movie?
We can't just put this in a blender.
I don't know.
Kyle, get that movie on us.
This is on that. I don't know. This is a lot like this is the movie. I perceived the movie a lot like a oh my god, what the fuck's that movie called? Skinamarink, where it's like there's a pareidolia effect where I'm like seeing patterns and shit that probably is not supposed to be there because there's nothing in this movie.
I love that.
Yeah. Sometimes it is just what is on the screen.
Yeah, but even if it does accomplish that, is it bad art? You know what I mean?
Zero
still does a good job.
Well, yeah. Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Yeah.
Why? Yes.
I was about to say no, but actually yes.
Your Honor.
Because just because something gives you a sensation of pareidolia doesn't mean that it's good. Because you interacted with it in its way doesn't mean that it right. Like just because you got something from that doesn't make it a subjective. Good and bad is subjective anyway. So like, what does it even really matter? But like, if you want to say that a movie giving like that sort of thing, that vibe to you is great, then go for it. But I'd argue that like this movie doesn't have that. I mean, Christian was the one who said that there was like some sort of story with like the production of this movie.
Yeah, there's some weird stuff. Like I think like it's definitely like you can tell stuff wasn't like fully planned out. Like I think they said, and this kind of ties into the beginning, which we'll kind of dovetail back into. Originally, because in the beginning he's like drawing something and he's like, this is crap. I'm never gonna be a good painter, artist, whatever. And he like rips up the paper and it flies out the window and the wind takes it. The wind brushes the papers against this big mural of all these ladies who are supposed to be the Greek muses. And as soon as it touches it, they all come alive and they all jump out of the painting and then in this big musical number. Originally, it was established, I believe, in production that there was a cut scene where they show that he's the one that painted that mural, which kind of like makes kind of sense, and it actually shows some of like his painting skill.
If we actually saw him paint the mural, it would make so much more sense to this movie.
Even if he painted the mural when he had like drive and wanted to do art, and then now he's just in a funk, there'd be like some contrast, and then the mural
then it shows like his
art.
But remember, also 1945.
Well, that's true. Well, so this is okay. This is my first gripe with the movie. Listen, I like this movie, but I have gripes with it.
Listen, I had to defend Sky Captain.
We have the opening number. Electric Light Orchestra did all the music for it. It's fantastic. It won a bunch of awards, I think. It's like the most successful part of this movie is the album.
Yellow Rocks.
The song I'm Alive, which is a great song. And the opening number, which in a musical is supposed to be the like big bombastic, welcome to the show, right?
As important as the closer.
Exactly. No, 100%, right?
Yeah.
And so
especially
I think this song is a good opener, but what we're seeing is just kind of them coming out of the mural and they're dancing around, and then like we don't really know what they are yet, but like basically they're jetting off to other people that have because they're the muses. They're like a guardian angel. They're meant to find
the people from
creatively
the ladies from
stuck.
Hercules.
The ladies from honey, you mean Huncules. Sorry, that's like a vocal stand. Whatever I think.
No, it has to be.
Hercules.
Hercules.
So, but yeah, they all kind of go off to different people to like inspire them or whatever, right? Now, in a movie with a higher budget,
we could say that that's what they do, but I mean, on screen, it's not.
But we don't. But we don't
know
that.
Presented.
No, I think in a bigger, better movie with more time and more plan. Because again, this is another thing. It doesn't feel like it was planned. It just feels like they just put them out there and like, all right, you just dance around and we'll play the song and whatever. A bigger opening musical number, it would have shown cuts to like each of the different muses going to like a sculptor and an architect and like showing what they do ballet, so that we understand who these fucking women are. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm saying is like this movie wasn't crafted well. I mean, I don't know.
No, it
how
wasn't.
It was crafted. But like there's still an attempt here to tell the story.
Yeah. It's the old college try, we'll call it.
Yeah.
It's the old college try.
I have a lot to say about musicals when we're gonna get into it, but I'd rather get a little bit of the plot out of the way first before I dive into
I mean, we'll
larger
get to
discussion
like halfway when we get to the kind of big mid musical number.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then Olivia Newton-John comes out, and she's kind of our main.
And she's the best
that we follow. She's the best. She's awesome. This is Olivia Newton-John,
and everybody's on roller skates. By the way, everybody's on roller skates.
Oh yeah, it's the '80s. It's the big thing. And she pops out, and she's going to be Sonny's muse. And so how she decides to approach him with this is she flies by on her roller skates past him in the park, turns him around, just kisses him, and then goes away. And
he can't stop thinking about it.
He can't do it.
There's like, because there's like a huge like cultural shift with like a lot of that, because like people watch like movies from the 80s now and call like what people called charming back then like super creepy. And I was wondering about that, like because this movie has a little bit of like those like not weirder moments, but it has a couple of like moments like that of just like, what the fuck, like you wouldn't call that necessarily cool today, but like like I'm like, is that just like sensibilities of the time, or like were just people like so. Just like yeah.
Well, it's meant to be like ooh, get him interested and like have him come find me kind of thing, and it's like
that's a soul sister.
Like we're not Instagram DMing, back then. So we had to send kisses, right?
We had to send kisses on roller skates.
Kisses.
So anyway,
ChatGPT. Roller switching. Kisses on roller skates emoji, please.
So Sonny goes back to work, and he goes.
He doesn't even have a bad job. He has like a great job. He's probably in a union.
Works. Well, and I guess the point of it is like to show that he's not like, it doesn't allow him creative freedom. But also a problem with the movie is that we don't really see him do other art. He
doesn't want to be creative in general.
Or if he wanted to like do a mural, but I guess like he wants to open a club, but it's only until a character goes, "Hey, you want to open a club?
I'll finance it."
Yeah. Who is also that part doesn't make sense too. I'm gonna get there. That's fine.
Yeah. But so his job that he works at is his dingy, chromy, stupid, lame job. He reproduces album covers for like billboards on like the sides of like record stores, which is kind of a
like the big
cool job, kind of a fun job.
Posters and like album art nowadays like kind of sucks most of the time. I wish we would like go back to like the painted like posters like of like the Star Wars and Indiana Jones and all that.
So he gets tasked by his boss, his evil lame boss, to paint a new album cover for an ad. And he notices that Olivia Newton-John is on there. The same girl that kissed him and smooched him in the park. Oh my God, the plot thickens. He goes, wait a minute, that's the girl who smooched me.
She's real.
He did the smooch and run.
No, the smooch and roll is what she really did.
Oh,
yeah. So he goes, you know what? I just got to work. I got to leave. I got to go find her.
And his boss is like, this needs to be done by whenever. When do you think it'll be done?
No, it needs to be done by like yesterday.
Yeah, I want those pictures of Spider-Man on my desk.
Well, but he comes back from quitting. He like quits before and then comes back, and then he leaves.
That's right.
Well, he quits and then he tries to poach them, right?
I think so. Yeah, and he succeeds.
A lot of labor law violations.
Yeah, who cares? It was the 80s.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, who cares? You're right.
So he goes to the photographer who did the album art, and he's like, I don't know who that is. She just showed up in my shot.
Yeah.
Which is confusing because it's like, well, you didn't like, if she wasn't supposed to be in the shot, you didn't go like, hey, what are you doing on my set, and then retake the photo.
No, he said, oh my God, it's Olivia Newton-John.
He said, oh my God.
You're supposed to pay that person royalties too.
That's
all fucked up.
It's fucked up. It would have made more kind of cool sense if it was like, if he was like, there isn't a woman on this thing, like he can only see her.
Oh, yeah, he can only see it.
Yeah. Like a Twilight Zone episode.
Why are you painting this woman on my art?
Yeah, who is this? So then he goes
back to the park. We need to get this motherfucker on lithium.
There you go.
He goes back to the park to try to track her down, and this was one of the few cultural shifts that we saw in the movie when we were like, just compared to now, like 1980, 1979, probably when they filmed this. Just park filled with people having a great time. He sees her on like a thing, and he's like trying to track her down, and he's like, hey, can I borrow your bike? And they're like, okay.
Yeah, he steals a bike.
He's like, I'll bring it back. And
back when people were like nice, I guess. No, I'm kidding. But like, yeah, like people are outside. Like, I mean, I don't know. At least like it has that thing of like there are people. Like it feels lived in.
Yeah,
like
well,
and it's shot well. Like there's
world.
like good set design. There's good like use of extras. There's 100%.
Yeah, there's some thought, just not in some other places.
Just not in the writing.
So then he goes to the beach and he's like, I can't find her. And then he hears someone tooting on a little horn, a little clarinet action.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, who is that? Peeks around Beach Rock. It's the one and only Gene Kelly, baby. Let's fucking go.
God.
The man, the myth, the legend, Gene Kelly.
Kidding?
And
Gene Kelly's in this movie?
His final film role was this movie.
Oops.
Whoa, really?
Really? And I gotta say, he gives it his all. He's really good.
He's
better.
He's good in this movie, but his character is terrible.
It's not very thought out.
No, it honestly drags the whole movie in my.
And it sucks because there's a really cool aspect to his character that they could explore, but they don't.
Yeah, because like they kind of ride that thing of like, oh, it's like the old style of music and the new style of music, but then it's not really treated as like a feeling or any sort of like emotion or play in the movie. It's just that's what it is, and then it's barely even there.
Yeah, it's a lot of it is kind of a lot of half-baked ideas.
Because like even like around the movie, like I don't get the whole 1940s whole,
Well, so
gotta be
his golden years.
Yeah.
Well,
but he's also fucking Zeus, which is fucking stupid.
Wait, is he the voice of Zeus? Wait, what?
I thought he's also Zeus. Is he not? Gene Kelly's not Zeus.
I don't think so.
Zeus is like a disembodied voice, right?
I thought Zeus was the same dude because
Your Honor, scratch that from the record.
And then he was like, "No, that's my girlfriend. You
Zeus
can't have her."
Zeus is credited to be played by an actor named Wilfred Hyde White.
Yeah, but I thought that later on when he like Gene Kelly's the one that lets her go to be like, oh, you can date with Sonny Malone.
No, that's just Zeus.
Rodder, scratch that from the record. Inflation.
Yeah, I guess so.
You could date her. You just have to eat mushy peas.
No, I just have to kiss her in 1940.
Gotta eat mushy peas, scram.
So he meets this guy. He meets Gene Kelly. His name's Danny McGuire, who's a retired. He works in real estate or something, but he used to be like a big landlord player.
He used to be Gene Kelly.
He used to be Gene Kelly. He used to be like a big band player, and he's like, oh, I was really famous. I had some records and stuff, and they kind of strike up a friendship. That's a little forced, but whatever. The movie has to happen. Hearing Sonny kind of talk about this mysterious girl kind of reminds him that like, oh, back in my day in the 40s when in World War II when I was in the band, it reminds me of this other woman that took my heart, but I never saw her again. We see kind of this other musical number, which is really good. It's Whenever You're Away From Me, another nice song. We see it in Danny's house, and
good musical number again. Good musical number,
and like you see, and the way it's filmed is it's like he's in the foreground, kind of reminiscing about the old days when he was in the band, and we see Olivia Newton-John is the same person here, and she's in the World War II band regalia, and she and him are singing and doing a duet, and then. Eventually he kind of gets up and Gene Kelly himself does a little number, like dance number with her. And it's cute. It's good. It's a nice, great number. He's still got it at 67 when he was doing this. It's great. It's great stuff.
Yeah. It is a good number. And I think it's a perfect segue into like where my issue is with this versus like other musicals.
Yeah,
because I brought up like one time about like sometimes, or I think a lot of times in a musical, right? How you kind of get either like a good or a bad one usually is not like how well the songs are woven in, to the story or anything like that, because I think a lot of like emphasis gets put on like the songs, right? Of course, because it's a musical.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's kind of about the reaction of the feeling of the song, if it makes sense, and the energy of that song. So like, for instance, like people will like look at this and be like, well, La La Land's a musical and it's good, and but like, people sing there, and it doesn't make sense because they sing and stuff. And it's not about like, oh, they did a musical number and like, oh, whatever. It's the feeling of they did the musical number and it was happy in the summertime, and we're understanding where we're starting, and now we're zooming in on the character and their reaction to what that feeling is. I guess like a lot of it just has to go with like the reaction of the feeling of the song rather than like the reaction to the song.
Right.
And I feel like that's where this movie musical lacks, is that not only do you just have a disconnect between the numbers that just feel like they thought of a number and thought of like the before and after part and then just like thought of scenes. It's like nobody reacts in a way of really feeling like, oh, wow, like I just got the feeling of you doing that number to me, or like, experiencing that number, being in the room with that number. Like everyone just moves on from the musical like right after.
Well, I don't know. I think it's weird to classify this as a musical because it's definitely more just like a string of music videos, really.
Yeah, but I mean, the package of it is a musical.
Yeah,
but yes, it is a string of music videos.
It doesn't help too that like the movie is shot it's like very flat. Again, this is why I think, and they later made it a musical. It's a vibes movie, but like I think it's like they're filming a stage musical. You know what I mean? Like it's not like it's not dynamic. You're not in it. It's really just kind of flat. Like you're looking.
But even stage musicals, right? Like at least the package of them, that you get that.
Well, because they have to move around a lot more. Yeah.
Right. And then there's a lot of play and you get the energy of that. And I think that, but like, yeah, I think that's like, yeah, if you were watching it in person, you'd be like, whoa, this is crazy. And it wouldn't be as like, oh, okay.
It's filmed like a very flat, boring stage musical.
Yeah. I mean, calling it music videos is perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Which were huge around this time.
And I mean, I guess ultimately the point of like the whole 1940s thing here is the fact that Kira was at one point a muse for Danny, who found his calling with music, and she inspired him and all that. But eventually, he decided to not pursue it and went into the boring world of real estate or whatever.
Okay. Being how I can easily conflate the love of her as the muse for like letting go of her as the fucking love interest. Like, yeah, it's a little, I don't know, it's a little weird.
It is. Especially because the romance in this movie does feel pretty forced. It would have been nice if there was a bit more, kind of lead up or build up, or the meet cute shouldn't just be kissing you in the park and I leave, goodbye. Like it could be a little bit more. Back. Imagine a meet cute, like they're in a record store and he's like putting something up, and then she's like, "Oh, hey, I like that," or whatever. Something normal, like something that like
does double take. He's like, blah, 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 blah. That's her.
Heroes wrote this movie, Trevor.
Heroes. Sorry.
Kings.
Hey, listen.
Coke Fiends wrote this movie.
Electric Light Orchestra does still rock, though.
Yeah. It does. No, Yellow is awesome.
If you take this movie at face value, it feels like it was written by ChatGPT. Like unironically. I'm not even joking. Honestly. Yeah.
Literally.
ChatGPT, write me a romance story where they open a nightclub and then
the boss gets mad and he says, I leave, and then he meets a man who opens a club with him.
His boss that can't go downstairs.
And they lived happily ever after.
He can't go downstairs.
Yeah. There's no stairs in the building.
What's up with like Hollywood and the obsession with like shit movies that are named after opulent cities? Like what's going on? That's Babylon, Megalopolis, Xanadu. Like these are all like there's a through line here. It's kind of weird
because it sets up an expectation. It can't be better. It can't be bigger than what it is. So it just ends up falling flat.
There's gonna be a movie in 10 years called El Dorado, and it's gonna be trash. It's gonna be terrible.
They already made that movie, Road to El Dorado.
That was a good movie.
That was a good one, though. That was a good movie.
Yeah. We need to make
so
a
later on. So later, Danny and Sonny, are friends now, and Kira is kind of the one that puts the seed in their brain of like, hey, like, this weird building that you took me to that's all decrepit and abandoned.
The Pan Pacific something
this would,
another.
And and that's he does meet Kira later because he finds her. He follows her and finds her like practicing roller rink in the abandoned building of this club or whatever. But then she encourages them like, hey, like, what if you guys like went in and you bought the building and you made like a big like club where everyone can have fun and whatever, we'll call it Xanadu. I don't think she says that at that point, but and they're like, oh, that's a great idea, huh? So they get the building with Danny puts up all the Xanadu. Capital. Xanadu. Should have called it Xanadu. He puts up all the capital for this fucking thing. Sonny doesn't really do much.
I mean, he's not using it.
Yeah, that's true.
What's
that's
Danny
true. And he's
doing?
Like, Danny's also like, I hate this big rich house I live in. It's like, okay, fuck you.
Yeah.
I mean, and then you move, brother.
I mean, at least he's got the funds, right? I mean,
you control the buttons you push.
You're making the sandwich.
But they decide to open up the club, and there's a cool scene that does go on admittedly too long, perhaps, and it's a little boring because again it's like a music video. It's not really dynamic and have cool filmmaking stuff with the choreography or whatever, even though some of the choreography is good in this scene. They're there in the club and they're picturing like what they want it to be. And Danny wants it to be like a 1940s jazz band. Like, oh, that's so fun and
swanky,
classical and swanky. And we see his vision of it, and it's like this big band, and they're dancing around, and it's like all this, what you think of when you think of that. And then Sonny is imagining a like 80s like rock and roll show with people in crazy outfits. Rock and roll in quote. It's the 70s idea of what rock and roll will be.
It's the 70s like musical writer of what rock and roll is.
Right, yeah. Probably an older person maybe wrote this. And it's a cool song. I think it's called I forget the name of the song. Dancin', I think is the name of the song. And
dancing.
It's cool because it's like they're both singing that both these styles of music are singing the same song, but in different keys and different eras. And then as their idea, we don't really see them arguing about this, but as they kind of start to come together on it, the two genres of music kind of blend together into this kind of one sound, and all the different styles are like they're like dancing with each other, and it's a cool scene.
It's cool.
Could be done better.
It's not that bad.
No,
I think it's one of the cooler scenes in the movie.
It's a good idea.
You think about it longer, yeah.
It's a good concept.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did we all think of that?
I was distracted with that one dude's hog.
Oh yeah, that one guy. Yeah, he was packing schmeat.
Yeah, he had a dongster.
You could have stood on that thing. Lift it up.
Okay. Let's not objectify him.
Yeah.
Moving on from that. 40 minutes and 14. 40 minutes and 15 seconds. Let's put a viewer discretionary notice on Christian sexism.
Yeah. Thank you, Aref.
Do better.
Jesus Christ.
Back to Xanadu, man.
Anyway, back to Xanadu. Okay. They're like, all right, it's done. And then Danny's like, I'm gonna leave the movie for a bit while I set up the club. You go on weird dates with that woman that looks especially like the woman that I was in love with in the 40s. Sonny and Kira go on, I think, like 2 dates that we see, and Sonny's always like, "Why don't you ever talk to me? Tell me about yourself. Where are you from? All this stuff." And she's being very coy and very like
the first time
secretive.
They actually have like a conversation in the movie.
Yeah, no, literally, it's like halfway through the goddamn movie, and she's being very coy, but even though she's being shy about it, she can't help but fall in love with this handsome man.
His charm.
He's so chopped. Shut the fuck up. This dude's ugly as hell.
I'm saying in the movie. I'm not.
Well, this is the 70s when by the time you were like 10, you were smoking cigarettes, so you looked like 25. You just looked awful.
Yeah, you're smoking at like 12.
Yeah, and you looked awful. You just looked bad.
But then another one of the big kind of musical numbers here is the one I think I want to mostly talk about in terms of the musical numbers. It is "Don't Walk Away" by ELO, because they're on a date at like the Hollywood Bowl or whatever, and then they kiss for the first time, or not I guess the first time, but
like
for the first
lock
time
lips
consensually between them.
Yeah, first consensuals like smooch.
And magically they turn into Don Bluth 2D animation.
This caught me by surprise. I like Don Bluth's work.
Yeah.
And this blew me away. I clocked it right away, too. I was like, hold up. Secret of Nim.
Hold up.
American Tales. Teeth in the Cobbler.
They got Don Bluth to do an animated segment of the movie. And I found an article about this kind of addition in the movie, because this was not planned to be in the movie, this animated sequence. I had heard stories that maybe the movie was too short, and so they were like, fuck, we got to add more, but we can't film anymore. So asked him to do that.
The numbers being that long kind of makes sense.
But the true story here is that according to the special features on the DVD release of Xanadu, the sequence was added because Electric Light Orchestra like saw a cut of the movie, and they were upset that "Don't Walk Away" wasn't in the movie.
Oh, that's really funny.
They were like, "What the fuck? Why isn't one of our songs in the movie?" Like,
yeah, you paid us. We wanted it.
What the hell? And so they were like mad, and then the directors was like, well, we can't fucking film anymore. They're all gone. They're doing stuff. And so they contacted Don Bluth, who had recently at the time left Disney with a bunch of his people to form his own studio.
Oh, yeah.
So looking for work a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, well, and they were working on Secret of Nim at the time, and Don Bluth took it upon himself to do this job to kind of keep their studio afloat for a little bit while they were working on Secret of Nim. So you can directly thank Xanadu for the fact that movie came out.
Xanadu
really exists.
Yeah, it got the funding it needed.
Yeah.
Thank you for scarring people.
Thank you, Olivia Newton-John. And that's thank you, Electric Light Orchestra, and that's about it.
Yep, that's
for complaining.
Yeah, for complaining.
Yeah.
But this sequence is probably the best sequence in the movie. It's very cute. This is how you do a musical number sequence. You know what I mean? Like, as short as it is.
It's a nice little animation, and it's, I mean, definitely a breath of fresh air in today's freaking world of slop sometimes.
Freaking hell.
I don't know, like, just like, it was nice to see a Don Bluth animated little feature. It just
I think it's
around.
Yeah. It's so beautiful, like watching actual animation.
It's hand drawn cell animation.
And apparently he did it all himself. Actually, he had some assistants, but he did it all basically himself.
That's crazy.
He did a lot of the in-betweens, I assume.
I love Xanadu.
I'm actually a
big
Xanadu
shout
fan.
out. This is a TRACcast shout out to Don Bluth. He's still kicking.
Hey, anybody where I don't,
your ambitions are still going, King.
Anybody where I don't know their name, it's always a fucking half-baked. Oh my god, I always forget his name. Oh my god, Twin Peaks.
David Lynch.
It's always a half-baked David Lynch impression every time.
David Lynch
every time.
Yeah, that's okay. Hey, that was terrible.
A plate of hot coffee.
Coop, Coop, they're calling it Xanadu.
You are looking at a full 3/4 quarter look of somebody watching Xanadu.
That was really good.
That is really good.
that was very.
That's David Lynch.
Do you practice that every day?
In my head.
So so that scene happens, and then they're like, we're in love now. Cool, thank you.
Like they weren't earlier.
We catch up on the construction of Xanadu. It's still going strong. We got workers going in and out. They're doing their thing. And then Sonny and Kira are like, "Hey, Danny, you old fuck. Your fashion sense is out of whack, man. This is the cool 1970s, 80s. Well, you need a better fashion sense, bud." So they go out on the town.
Fashion montage.
And this is I said this when we were watching it. This is probably the most insane musical number in the entire movie.
Yeah, another maybe they had to kind of pull this one out for some
Yeah, this was the last day of shooting.
Maybe, I don't know.
This was let's do a silly one.
Yeah, let's do a silly one.
But it's like a sequence. They go to a store and like they got.
I want to go to that store.
Right? Yeah. You got. Oh, can you find it?
I'd shop for clothes there. I don't think it's real.
Well, I mean, sure, the storefront is real, where they filmed outside of it.
Maybe.
A
lot of fires happened in LA.
Maybe.
That's true.
Maybe.
But no, the sequence is they go and then magically a bunch of mannequins appear and then they're all dancing and doing a big musical number as Gene Kelly puts on different wacky outfits.
They're so wacky.
And Gene Kelly, by the way, who does not know about all this magic shit going on, is just like, oh, the mannequins are. I'm nitpicking because this is just a fun, dumb little fun musical, but like it is funny for him to think like it's a vibes movie. It is funny for him to be like, oh, the mannequins are alive. I guess this is life now. like
yeah,
whatever.
I guess life is just like this.
But he also danced with a fucking ghost earlier.
Well, you could argue that was just his memory. He was thinking of his memory, you know. But
I don't know. They did a whole like Disney like reverse shadow like mirror kind of thing.
Maybe
he was dancing with her.
Link to the Past Shadow World.
Link to the Past. And the song is All Over the World. A good song. Kind of iffy part of the movie. It's kind of a weird segment, but it wears its weirdness on its sleeve. I'll say that much.
I mean, you can't have vibes movies without a vibe.
It's true, and this is something.
Yeah.
Eventually, Xanadu is done. And again, this is literally like
they literally go like, let's open a club. 2 scenes happen. The club is open.
Like listeners, we're 49 minutes into this recording, and we're like at the end of the movie.
We got to pad out time.
Do we?
Can we have an animation part?
Yeah, Don Bluth, are you taking work? Are you taking commissions?
Trevor, do a fliporama for the pod. Thank you. So Xanadu is completed. Xanadu is done and open, and Sonny's like, wow, everything's great. Kira, will you be my girlfriend for real?
Nope.
And then Kira's like, nope. Actually, I'm a Greek muse, and buddy, I'm not here to love you, okay? I'm just here to inspire you.
You opened the club. Good job.
There is a really cool scene where he confronts her about this, and they're in like his apartment or something, and there's a movie playing. And
this might be the best part of the whole movie.
Yeah, this is a really creative part because he's like, I don't believe you. You're not a Greek muse. And then she like looks at the TV, and then the TV starts talking to him like, he's telling the truth, Sonny.
Yeah, why don't you believe her?
They could have done much more little bewitched, little muse stuff like that.
Yeah, they could have done
interacting
so much
with his art, like actually like inspiring him a little bit more. I don't know.
The artist should have had more art stuff in the movie. Wow,
there should have been more thought.
I mean, yeah, it's vibes. Vibes movie. Positive vibes only. Positive vibes only, brother.
They're singing. They're dancing. Look at them.
But then anyway, she's like, I gotta go back to Olympus. Goodbye. Because we can't fall in love with mortals, and I'm starting to fall for you. I don't really know why.
You're starting to fall for me.
Yeah. So then Sonny goes back, and he's like, he goes to Xanadu where Danny is, and he's like, "Oh, I'm so bad. Kira's gone. I can't. I'll never love again. I'll never be creative again." So bad. And then Danny's like, "No, you should go after her. Don't make the same mistake that I did." Because Kira, I didn't go after Kira back then, and look at me now. I'm a rich old fuck opening a club with you.
My life is so shit. Go marry the girl I didn't.
Literally.
It's just odd.
So then Sonny goes back to the mural, which again, by the way, with not having the opening part where they show him painting it, this doesn't make sense, because how would he know that they came from that?
Right.
It makes no sense.
Or why would he go there to like wallow in sulk anyways?
Right.
Like
you
wouldn't, as a viewer, you just don't even know that that's his spot to even.
He would have to know that's where they came from. So
yeah.
That's a little technical faux pas for you.
And talk about like wanting to like pad out the movie. Like, there's your fucking scene. You cut it out.
Yeah.
Silly.
Man. Silly Billy.
Why'd they do that?
So then he looks and he's determined, and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And he takes the plunge. He roller skates right into the wall. And he pulls a Mario painting and goes straight through it into the level.
Swamp's Fortress.
Wahoo!
Yahoo! Wow! Whoa! Xanadu!
Let's fucking go.
Xanadu!
So then he ends up in kind of the void, because we don't have the budget to make Olympus, so we're just going to be in a black void with orange lights on the ground or whatever. We made a joke that it looked like the inside of a grill.
It kind of does.
So then he's standing in the void and he's like, Kira, where are you? And then Kira's like, Sonny, like, what are you doing here? This is kind of like the rom-com thing of like, chasing down before they get on the plane.
Yeah.
Segment, but it's like worse because they're just in a soundstage. Against a blue screen.
Let's chase her to the void.
Effort. Yeah.
Is there effort? I guess kind of. It's not zero effort, but
next to it.
And Sonny's like, he's like, please come back with me, Kira. I love you so much. And then Zeus's voice starts booming, because Zeus doesn't actually physically appear. It's just a voice in the sky that's like, no, Kira, Muse is not allowed to love a human. You cannot do that. And then Kira's mom shows up, and the voice shows up, and she's like, oh, come now, live a little.
Your daughter's 8 million years old. Let her do what she wants.
Yeah, literally. And, doesn't Kira say like, I'm only 1,005?
Yeah.
Or, I don't know. She says something like that. I want to see the world.
Let me go.
Yeah, and then Zeus is like, okay, you could leave. Maybe come back sometimes, I guess. He's very understanding.
Okay.
This is canonically the most understanding Zeus, who is famously in Greek canon kind of an asshole.
Yeah, kind of a dick.
I was expecting you to put up more of a fight.
Yeah, they should have fought. Imagine if the conclusion was him fist fighting Zeus.
That would have been cool.
For Kira's beating up my girlfriend's dad to come back to Earth.
That would have been cool.
Straight up God of Thunder.
Or at least use his artistic talents to prove that, look, she made me better. She can make me a better man too. And I don't know, fucking whatever. You figure it out. But then he's like, okay, and then we get the big, and then again, this is kind of like, I think what Trevor you were kind of getting at earlier is it's like it doesn't really know how to end, so it's just like, all right, now we're together again, and then now hard cut to the final number.
Yeah.
We don't get a moment
time.
of a moment of like, hey, the club's still opening, let's go see, or
they don't even say nothing.
Much.
Yeah,
they don't they just they go back, and then Olivia Newton-John and the rest of the crew and cast are like, you're in Xanadu, baby, you're in Xanadu.
I mean, and the ending number is, I mean, I like it. It's also good. Goes on for a minute, but not the worst.
Yeah.
You're in Xanadu.
You You better believe in Xanadu stories because you're
That place is going out of business in fucking 5 seconds.
Well, I think it did because after that, all the muses and Kira disappear. They leave. They fuck off. And then because that's why Sonny's upset at the very end. Sonny's like, "Oh, I guess Kira did have to go. I guess."
Yeah.
But then Danny's like, "Hey, don't worry about it. Look, there's Olivia Newton-John over there, and there's I think Olivia Newton-John is like a girl that looks like her.
Yeah,
and it's like, hey,
they
go
fall
talk
in
to
love,
her,
and it's okay,
and everything's fine. And that's Xanadu.
I mean, we gotta assume that everything's fine.
That's Xanadu.
Yeah.
We breezed through that. Holy shit. I mean, there isn't a lot that really happens, to be honest, in this movie. There's not really a lot.
All right, Trevor, on a scale from dog shit to bad.
Oh, that quick? That quick? Oh, come on.
Well, we can talk more about some of the movies.
Yeah, Christian's
Trevor, do you have any stories about the development? Any fun facts?
Yeah, there was... Okay, my research here says that there was like 500 pounds of cocaine used in the production.
Okay.
That number might be that number might be underestimated, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I made that up. But I mean,
conservative number.
I think if anyone's got the hot tips for this movie, it's going to be freaking Christian.
I mean, we kind of touched on most of the ones I knew, like, Don Bluth,
the Don Bluth ones,
the Don Bluth stuff. That there is the musical.
Wait, there isn't more to talk about?
There's a quote from someone about the person that wrote the book for the stage musical.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it's funny you mentioned cocaine because
let's go.
He said the author of this book later called Xanadu, quote, "What happens when you let straight men near the musical? I blame cocaine. It's like people say, when you hear Ray Charles play, you can hear the heroin. When you watch Xanadu, you can see the cocaine up on the screen."
Yeah.
That might be the truest statement ever.
If this was in the hand of like a solid like gay team, they could have had this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And but that's kind of the fun aspect of the cult kind of aspect of the movie is I think in recent years it's definitely been,
that's another thing. Like, I'm with you there. Like, that's the thing is, like, I do think that in the context of everything and it being a vibes movie, like, I don't know, you can't be too harsh. You know what I mean? Like, you just kind of look at it and go like, this is like, they didn't have much back then, Like, now we have context, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And with more time passing, you can just appreciate things in a different light. So looking back at Xanadu, it's kind of looking at a time capsule, Yeah. And it's like,
they tried to do one thing, and then now people have taken a different thing from it in kind of a different, a positive way, which is what I take from it. It's fun.
Now, look, I wouldn't go out of my way to fucking make an award show or nothing and fucking nominate it as the worst movie of all time, but like, I've seen worse movies. I'd argue. Meltdown?
Well, no.
Meltdown's easily worse.
Okay, I don't think anything can ever get lower than Meltdown. Can we just...
I'd even say Under Siege. I don't know how much I rated Under Siege, but I don't know.
You gave it a
9. Better than Under Siege. I gave it a 9. Shit. Oh, fuck. Well, this movie's better than that. Okay, that's going to go in my score later. I'm going to have to think about that for a minute.
This movie's a 10.
Yeah, I guess so. Fuck.
Ryan, I know you're a little more discerning party when it comes to musicals. What did you think of this movie?
I thought that statement where if you let straight guys near the musical, this is what you get. Because this is probably what the musical that Donald Trump wrote is like. And then all like all of the East Coast like socialites were like, "This was terrible. Don't do this again."
And then he falls in love with her in the end.
And then it's basically great. It's all over. It's fantastic.
He runs a big, beautiful business.
And then the club is open, and then everybody's happy.
Kind of what happened.
I mean, yeah, it definitely was. I don't know.
I mean, that's Xanadu pretty much.
I thought Sing Street was way better.
Oh yeah,
that's the musical.
The musical I want to bring up is directed by the same guy. I think. Ooh. I think it's the same guy. Ooh. One day, be on the lookout, pod listeners.
Be on the lookout, true believers.
Yeah, I'm not going to say the title of it right now.
Yeah, don't spoil the surprise.
I won't.
We just spoil movies. We don't spoil movies we talk about.
Hey yo.
Do we want to get into scores if we don't have anything else to talk about?
I mean, I don't know. It's just a little tougher this time.
It's a little.
This is your movie. You got to be the one that's you know.
I brought all I can muster for Xanadu.
Yeah, you brought this upon us.
No, listen. I mean, like you said, it is a vibes movie. So, first and foremost, let's get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Secondly, oh God, it's like because it's a vibes movie, it's hard to put a score on it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like that's the kind of thing. Like having to even put a score on Xanadu just feels kind of wrong.
The first scoreless movie.
So I'm gonna give it a solid 5. I'm gonna give it a 5. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10 because I think it's the middle of the road. I think there's things that you can watch and like about it. I think there's things that you can watch and not like about it. I think you can take away and be like, you know what? That was fun. I liked it. Vibes, great. And I think you can also be like, fuck, that was a terrible fucking movie. And none of those is a wrong thing. And it's kind of hard to just like, I don't know. I'm just surprised that we even even talked about the plot and like, you know, had an interesting conversation about like movies in general and like musicals. Cause like, it's a fever dream, man. This movie's just weird. But the numbers are great. It's shot well. Some of the effects are fun. 5. You love it or you don't. Or you like it or you don't. Ryan?
Well, I don't like it. Kind of a boring movie. Sorry, Christian, but hit the showers.
Yeah.
This was not the pick. But I mean, this was the Hear Me Out. Yeah, so this was the Hear Me Out movie. Mm-hmm. And I tried. But this had no hope with me for being a musical. I'll give it a 5. I'll give it a 5 too.
That feels like a generous.
I don't want to say creative, but it's just cocaine fueled. And I wish more people did cocaine so that we would get more movies like this where they're just zany and weird. But I think that's what a lot of movies are missing nowadays.
Yeah, we gotta bring cocaine back.
Yeah, come on. A classy drug.
This small podcast is bringing cocaine back in a big way.
The old-fashioned way.
The old-fashioned way.
An adult drug. Aref.
This feels like a movie that a cracker watches when they're like 12 years old and they're like, this is what the world is like. And it's kind of true for a lot of them. Not anymore.
My name is Christian.
A 12-year-old has a
name. This movie feels like when you sit in a hot tub for too long. 7.5 out of 10.
7.5 out of 10. That's crazy.
That's pretty cool.
I need to put that up against the other scores he's given.
I'm biased. This was my pick. I say that every fucking time when it's my pick, but I don't care. I like this movie. I think it's pretty weak sauce in a lot of areas. It's pretty boring, like Ryan said. There's a lot of missed potential, and generally I don't like when movies have missed potential. Like that to me is a bigger sin than just being bad, I think, a lot of the time. But despite that, I think there's a camp charm, there's a vibes. You just put it on and you have fun, you know. You listen to the music, you enjoy some of that. I think it's a fun time. I don't think it's anything that serious to think about. But obviously could be better. I give it a 7.
Yeah.
What a spread.
Split down the middle.
I guess we have 2 5s and 2 7s.
You heard it here, folks.
This is Aref gave this 0.5 off of Signs.
But I give Signs a 7.
He gave Signs an 8.
I give Signs an 8. Yeah, that checks out.
That was funny. Most of your reviews are, I didn't really like it, but I get what they were coming at. High number.
Yeah, for real.
Though I will say,
makes me laugh.
Aref is nothing if not consistent, because he also gave Skinamarink a 7.5, which he compared to this movie. So.
Skinamarink and Xanadu would be a perfect combination. Holy shit.
It's the same movie.
You're the first person to ever make that connection.
I can't think of two movies.
It's the same fucking movie.
Oh my god.
How does it feel
the same fucking movie.
I don't even know how to even start with what you just said.
Don't get me started, mister.
I guess you're just gonna have to listen to another episode of the TRACcast.
I think you will on a next exciting round around the track with a new theme.
Yes, the new theme. Which
I have my theme.
Are we announcing now?
Or
I can, but I could censor it so they don't know.
Ooh, right? Because you're the editor too.
Guys, put a big old censor bar.
I have to give some bad news. We're gonna have to start a Patreon or something because Dave Pilkey is from Captain Underpants is gonna sue us for using Flip-O-Rama in this episode.
Oh fuck!
Ooh, yeah, we can't.
No.
Like,
Dave, please, please. I love Dogman.
Good catch.
Please.
Yeah, come on. Your Captain Underpants is banned in school libraries.
Diaper Baby was rad as hell.
Oh, but my theme is overhyped.
Oh, perfect.
Let's go.
Overhyped.
And I have the
Let's go.
Catch us
next time when we watch Avatar 2. Just kidding.
That movie's not overhyped.
I mean, I think a movie that gets $1 bajillion is overhyped.
And it's on Disney World.
Ain't nobody saying McDonald's is the best food in the world.
Buffoon?
Our president.
No, but people go to Avatar and it gets $1 bajillion million.
Check out next week when we watch Avatar.
All 3 of them.
Please no.